Yes, thank you very much. Yes, hello everybody, it's your good friend Pozzible here. Sorry I let that introduction music go a little bit too long this time. I was thinking about how or what I was going to say about the movie. This is the end. And to be honest, even as I sit here thinking about it, I watched it last night, I had all day to think about it, I still don't know what I'm supposed to say about This Is the End. Because it's one of those very awkward movie. It's very disjointed. It has really good moments, it's got really bad moments. Clearly this was made more for their fans. I guess I'm not as big as a fan as I thought I was, because you basically have this idea where Seth Rogen and Jay Baruchel are supposed to be really good friends, and when he finally comes back to Los Angeles after being gone for a year, they go over to James Franco's house for his housewarming party. He now has a brand new house built, and he's having a big party full of all these people. He probably doesn't even know half these people. Jonah Hill is there, as well as other people, Michael Cera, Rihanna. It's a huge party. I mean, this is one of those parties where you could literally say, this movie has got to have made history. One way or the other, like it or hate it, it has to have made history. There's probably never been a movie, fiction, where everyone plays themselves, and how they would react. So, you got James Franco, Jonah Hill, Seth Rogen, Jay Baruchel, Danny McBride, and Craig Robinson playing themselves, and all those other people, and even others were all playing themselves. I think there was only one guy, one actor, who can honestly say was playing somebody else, because he never said his name. Now, one thing that kills me about this movie was that they always felt the need to say their full name. Like, it wasn't enough just to call him Jonah, or hey, that's Seth. They had to call him Seth Rogen. They had to call him Jonah Hill. Something you would never really do, but they had to make it clear that they were speaking to celebrities and all of that. And all of a sudden, the world comes to an end. Now, their approach to this is actually pretty interesting. I don't want to give away too much because obviously the movie somewhat depends on it. Their style of their quote-unquote apocalypse, well, I'll give you one hint. It's the literal apocalypse. I mean, we're talking almost by the page. You'd think that they spent all their time reading Revelations and decided they're going to copy Revelations to the hilt. And but somehow they're able to survive the Holocaust, the apocalypse, the end of days in this house. While the rest of the world burns and everything, they are able to stay alive. Okay? And what's interesting about this movie is that it's the time that goes. It's day in and day out of isolation. You've seen movies like this, actually, only it's a nuclear holocaust where people went into the bunker after the nuclear holocaust and had to survive and all that. The worst thing you have to survive besides starvation, hunger, thirst, and I repeated myself, I apologize, but it's each other. It's dealing with each other that's the hardest part. But in some way, that's the point of the movie. The movie is, like I said, disjointed. It's hard for me to really see it. It's hard for me to give it a pass. Ultimately, I gotta give this movie a decide. To be honest, this is a late review. And if you have not already seen it, then don't see it. I don't recommend it for you because obviously you probably know that this movie is not for you. People who would have seen it have already seen it. It's just that easy. And that's what makes this movie so simple, is that it's not a great movie, but it's also not a horrible movie. It's very even. It's very down the middle. It has moments where you just can't take your eyes off of it. There's moments where you just close your eye and be like, okay, when is the gross stupidity over with? And that's where it really comes down to. So I give it a see it. I know passes on there. That's from another review. That's how lazy I am here sometimes. And I hope that you have a good day. I will see you at the theaters.